Hey guys, Jay here, and I just finished my 100th Simulacrum run of this league. And let's break down the profit. Let's break down the things that we can do to make profit while running Simulacrum. And first thing first, I would like to show you guys this thing over here. This is synced. I'm going to sync it again. I think it's just the same roughly. Yeah. We are looking at 98 divine here, and this is all the tab that I filter, that I kind of clear out before I started doing the 100 Simulacrum run. So all the loot in here is from the Simulacrum. But wait a minute, this is not everything that we are getting, right? Everything that we are getting, I did not calculate the currency tab at all, because the currency tab actually got some that does not belong to the farm, because I sell other things, so I keep track on the side. But long story short, we drop a lot of stack decks, which is equal to roughly 20 divine of stack decks. I do sell a lot of it already because one of my friends asked for it. He wanted to gamble and he knows that I farm, so he asked me to sell him a batch, and then I sell him a lot. 20 divines already, and we still have like 3 divine left. So you are looking at around 23 divine for 100 run here. Let's just say 20. And so every 5 Simulacrum you should expect to have at least 1 divine of stack deck. And I am being very conservative, because normally when I see, I did not record exactly the number every time, but normally I do see like probably 50 stack deck even per Simulacrum run. So if you know the exact number, if you also run a lot of Simulacrum, let me know. But stack deck is actually a lot of our income when we farm Simulacrum. The last batch I throw in here is 45 stack decks from 1 run. So yeah, expect the number to be a little bit higher in terms of stack decks, I think. But roughly all the bubblegum currency, all the stuff that I sold from the Simulacrum exclusively, nothing outside, the total amount of currency of raw currency drop, and also the stuff that I sold already that is converted into just currency here, is equal to roughly 60 divine, maybe a little bit more than 60 divine. And if we calculate the stuff that we are still having, that is just randomly throw in here, yeah, I will not calculate anything in here, right? Because they are not going to sell if I just keep it as a 1 divine tab. If you want to, you can sell almost all of those cluster jewel for like 20k a piece. So that is a lot of money if you want to sell them. I just put it there because I don't want to spend a lot of time trading, and I just overpriced it by a lot, and then eventually maybe I will vendor the whole tab or anything like that. So being conservative, that is around 160 divine total profit from 100 Simulacrum run. Given that it is like a lot of bubblegums currency, a lot of like small stuff that you need to either sell from the auction house, or maybe even sell in bulk in like TFT or anywhere that you want to do it. I don't know for sure. Maybe you can sell in Wealthy Exile. I don't know for sure, right? So they are not the good kind of currency, not all of them. Most of them are actually like very small things that you eventually need to convert if you really want to get just raw currency to use on whatever else you want to use on, right? So that is the first thing. But this is not all the profit that we can get from the Simulacrum. Simulacrum is a very, very high experience content, and you can potentially level up like Enlightened Gems or Awakened Gems. They are pretty easy to level up if you are doing Simulacrum. I forgot to put in one set here. I just remember it, that the last set I put out, I forgot to put in another set. But you can level them up, and on average, by the way, a level 1 Awakened Gems compared to a level 5 Awakened Gem, which is the maximum level, uncorrupted, the profit that you are looking there is around 1 divine per gem. And so 6 slot here, you are looking at 6 divine when you level up all of them. And from what I see, I think the experience that you need to level a awakened gem from level 1 to level 5 is roughly equal to what you need to level up a enhance, empower, or enlighten from level 1 to level 3 as well. Enlighten level 1 is 3 divine, level 3 uncorrupted is around 4 divine, so that is also 1 divine profit there. So do enlighten or do awaken gems. Empower and enhance right now is a little bit under in terms of like the profit for leveling the gems up, so just keep in mind that, right? Look at the gems, see what is the differences in price of it unleveled or already leveled, and then you can decide for yourself. Obviously, you can also gamble on top of it, which means you can vow orb after you like quality it up. I have actually spent a bunch of GCP that I got from Simulacrum to quality all the gems that I got before I vow orb them, and so far no luck actually. Very unlucky, but that potentially can be, you know, a bunch of extra profit basically. So 6 divine, I would like to say you can level up a full set of gems, awakened gem. Let's just say awakened gems, right? You can have a full set of awakened gem from level 1 to level 5 in, I think it is 7, maybe 6 run, maybe 7 run, maybe 8. That I didn't keep track very well, but you know, let me know if you know the answer to that question. But that is potentially just 1 divine, raw divine, if you don't want to take the risk to vow them, right? The gems is going to be an extra source of income, and then if you want to, you can bring like some flask base high level on it. You can craft the flask. Something like this can sell for like 50 chaos. But if you craft, I would recommend you to craft flask for Mage Blood. So what is the flask for Mage Blood? It should be increased effect and reduced duration roll on the flask, and then later you can apply the enkindling orb here to get the 69 or 70% increased flask effect. Those kind of flasks, that is for Mage Blood users. If you fully craft them, if you fully quality them and everything, if needed only, right? Because a lot of the flasks actually don't need the quality if they are used with Mage Blood, as they don't need the duration. So that you can craft those kind of flasks, and each of them can be easily sold for 1 divine, just because people with Mage Blood are normally very rich, first of all, so they spend money differently from the poor people, like I do, like a lot of you guys do as well. So they just are lazy to craft the flask themselves, because it technically is a lot of work, right? So you can do it. Normally they look for like specific things that is good for their build, but if you are crafting the flask for Mage Blood users, there are, you know, different kind of Mage Blood users. They can be tanky builds, so they need like the elemental flask like I do over here, or if they are like a zoom build, they need quicksilver, they need silver flask, they need the diamond flask. Those kind of things, you can have a lot of combination that is going to be good and going to be sellable, and they are anywhere from 100 chaos to 1 divine in the ballpark of pricing for a finished product. You can shit out a lot of it. My personal recommendation is not to try to craft 1 kind of single flask. Try to diverse the bases, because if you are flooding a market, chances are the price of dark market is going to be bring down. So craft 1 quicksilver, 1 silver, 1 ruby, 1 diamond, 1 topaz, things like that, right? Do not craft 1 single flask base if you want to go that route. That is going to take you a lot of effort, but it is going to be very, very like suitable for this particular build. I am going to leave a link in the description for the build that I'm doing for AFK Simulacrum. Literally AFK, there is nothing like that, but we pretty much stand in the middle of a spot here. We clear everything on the side, as we do not have to press any button. Sometimes we need to press button to like move around a little bit to clear the other side of the encounter, or to find like 1-2 leftover monster, or to speed up the fight by using penance mark on the boss to increase single target, things like that. But most of the time while clearing, we are AFKing, and you can use that time to craft your flasks, right, for extra profit. So if you do all of those, if you do everything, you are looking at roughly 9 to 10 divine per hour. But that is you pushing it super hard. Normally people play this build, normally people play Simulacrum. If you play like a tanky build, cast and stun like I do, we are looking for a chill time. So realistically, you are looking at roughly, I would say, so 160 divine, right? Divide by 100 run. So that is 1.6 divine profit average per run. This build, this character that I'm having right now, I can run 4 Simulacrum per hour easily. So 15 minutes per run, including all the looting time and everything in the middle that can interrupt you. Then that means 4 Simulacrum per hour. That is 6.4 divine profit per hour. So that is not a lot actually. And that is already assuming that you are going to liquidate everything that you are having. If you don't liquidate everything, and that include like essences, the delve stuff, the fossils, the incubators, the resonators, the card, everything. If you don't liquidate everything, you are looking at roughly, I would say, around 4 divine per hour. And that is a very, very bad profit per hour. So if you really want to farm Simulacrum, consider your purpose. If you just want a chill time, have a chill build, and watch Netflix on the side, or take care of your kids on the side, this is going to be something that is viable for you. Or potentially, if you have the character set up, you can like aim for level 100. This is a pretty good way to do it. You don't need to sweat, you don't need to move around a lot, you don't need to basically control your character that much, and it feels very nice. But if you are looking for maximizing your own profit through Simulacrum, you have been warned, right? You have been warned. It is not that great unless you have a big drop. The big drop here that we are looking at is a 1 passive voices. Currently, it is priced around 1 mirror, roughly the same price as 1 mirror. So comparatively, the drop chance, I would like to say you see 1 passive voices way more than you see mirror drop on the ground. So I think farm for voices is 1 passive voices is more viable than farming for mirror, than waiting for mirror. So if you get lucky, you would just, hey, it's a good time, right? You get lucky. But if you don't, then well, you are still looking at some money making per hour while trading off for low effort. So consider that, right? If you want to push for profit, make sure you have the gems level on your offhand, on your weapon swap weapon. Make sure you have crafting flask, or crafting cluster jewel, or crafting the normal jewels as well. You can do those kind of things in your inventory, because you do that with basic currency, right? You don't need to use the crafting bench. So things like that you can do in your inventory for maximizing profit with an AFK Simulacrum build. So yeah, that is everything I want to mention in this video. Is just going to be about the profit of the Simulacrum. And again, be warned, if you don't put the effort in like I do, you will look at a very average or below average amount of money that you can make per hour. But if you want to put in the effort, there is money to make there that you can do if you choose to do it. All right, so thanks everyone for watching. I have done this video every single league since I start, which is 3 leagues now, and the last 2 leagues I got very lucky with 1 passive voices drop pretty early on. This league is not the case. I will probably still farm like a bunch more, to be honest. Oh, by the way, we need to minus the cost. The cost of Simulacrum. I forgot. I think right now it is like 6 per divine still. Delirium, Simulacrum, divine. So yeah, 7.5 per, let's just say 7 simulacrum per divine. So the investment is not much. And one upside, you don't need to have any atlas strategy, you don't need to have any scarab, nothing, absolutely nothing. You just buy the simulacrum, run the simulacrum, and that is it, right? So it is very chill in terms of like preparing for the strategy, in terms of like farming itself. And if you want to have reference on how the build, on how this build, my build, this character function, I have a link in the end of the video and also in the description. So take a look, right? If it is your playstyle, go ahead. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It does help me greatly, and peace.